So, having calculated the interest, we are now ready to simulate whatever the principal repayments will be. So, going forward, we're going to be using two embedded minimum functions here. So, it's going to be equal to the minimum of the target principal amount, which we already took into account the interest, deducting it from the maximum debt service amount. So, we are saying that after the interest has been paid, then whatever the balance it is, we have now to use the balance to make payments for the principal amount. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. So we're going to be taking the minimum of the two target principal amounts for both the P50 and the P99. So it's going to be equal to the minimum of this target amount we have these two, the minimum of those amounts, and then we will multiply those by the ratio of the maximum debt sizes at 85% to the debt sizing for the debt size service coverage ratio. So we take that reference that we have from and we divide it by the debt service per debt service coverage ratio, reference that again with F4. So we are taking the minimum of those two or the opening balance here. And then since it's an embedded minimum, we will go again to take the minimum of whatever the target principal is, and then the target principal amount for the P99 or the opening balance, just like that. Close the bracket 2 times and we press enter. So that's exactly what we are seeing in this formula. In this formula, we are taking two embedded minimums. So the minimum of the target principal for the P50 and the target principal amount for the P99. We take those two and then we multiply it by the ratio of the maximum sizing at 85% of capex to the debt sizing per debt service coverage ratio. We take the ratio and multiply it by the target principal for the P50 and the target principal for the P99 or the minimum cash balance. So that's how we're going to be paying this debt, so that at the end of our 19 years of amortization, you should be left with nothing. Everything should be paid off. That's why we're taking the minimums of this amount. So that's it. Then we press enter. And we know that the ending balance is going to be equal to the opening, and then we deduct the principal. Remember, we already took into account the interest, so we are not accounting for the interest here. So going forward for the year 2021, it's gonna be equal to a Cox code calculation. So this year is the current year is gonna be the prior year period's closing balance. We can take this, copy it, or ESF, this as formulas. So we can now take this, copy to the end of our project life, or ESF, and if we scroll, we can see that by the year June 30th, 2038, everything gets paid off. That's exactly what we want in this model. So what we are seeing here is that we're paying off everything at a space of 19 years. So if we take all of these, we reference all of this, we will see that the count is 19 years and we get it paid just as we predicted. Exactly what we're seeing here. So hopefully this gives you a drive on how to determine your principal repayments as a result of embarking on such a project. So we know that the interest have to be paid first, which we already accounted for here in our P50 maximum debt service amount. So we deducted it from the maximum debt service amount. We already accounted for that. We arrived at the target principal, which we were gonna use later on to pay down the principal amount. So that's why we didn't deduct it again when we were calculating the ending balance. So as a result, we have this already set up in the model. So hopefully this gives you a drive of how to go ahead simulating total debt service for investors who are invested in such a project. And also one of the key takeaway here is that, as you can see, if you can see critically, that the principal, everything is getting paid just as we want it to be. So we are paying the minimum of the opening balance or the target principal or the target principal for the P50 or the target principal for the P99, or we are paying the minimum of the two target principals multiplied by the ratio of the maximum size at 85% of capex and the debt sizing per debt service coverage ratio. So we're taking the ratio of those two amounts and we multiply it by the two target principals for the P50 and the P99 and we paid it off. That's exactly what we're doing here. So hopefully this gives you a sense on how to determine the principal paid in such a deal like this. So the next thing we want to do here is we're gonna be focusing on the depreciation balance and the cash taxes payable. So we're gonna be talking about a lot of things here going forward. The first thing we're gonna talk about is what is CCA tax in Canada. So we will explain that for a bit and then we will later on talk about how this impacts taxable profit going forward for corporations or projects or so this is usually very significant in determining how this project is profitable or not. So we're gonna later on use whatever we determine as a taxable profit to later on simulate our free cash flow. So hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next video where we're gonna be explaining that in more details.